Hey, I'm Mike Baccarell, and today we're going to take a look at this absolutely insane Julian Lage 2/5 line and break down what he's doing in each measure. Let's take a look. Before we get started, if you enjoy the video, please give it a like. That really helps the channel to grow. And if you're new here and you enjoy this sort of content, I release new jazz guitar lesson videos every single week. So please be sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell so you can stay up to date on my newest videos. And if you're interested in supporting me further, please consider checking out my Patreon, where I post PDFs for each and every one of my lesson videos, as well as a weekly jazz solo transcription. So for as little as $5 a month, you get access to over 100 lesson PDFs and over 100 solo transcriptions. There's a ton of stuff there to practice. Now let's get started. This line comes from one of Julian Lage's Autumn Leaves solo guitar performances you can find on YouTube. And the stuff that goes on throughout this line is really interesting. So I figured we'd take a look at each and every measure and then kind of do some little examples on how we can take some of these sounds and then integrate them into our own playing. This line is a minor 2-5-1 in the key of G minor. So we have A minor 7 flat 5, D7 altered, G minor 7. We start here with C on the 5th fret of the 3rd string. Go down to B flat with our pinky on the 8th fret of the 4th string, A, G, F sharp, E natural, and D. Now the E natural is interesting because this is an A minor 7 flat 5. There should be an E flat there. And Julian's not playing that though. He's playing an E natural. Now this sequence of notes is a scale. It's a G melodic minor scale. And when we play it over an A like this, it becomes what's kind of known as the Dorian flat 2 mode. So we have A, B flat, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A. So we have a Dorian scale with a flatted second. That's the only difference. And that flatted second kind of creates some pretty interesting kind of rub in our line. And then jumps down to this A flat here. Now this A flat is part of the next measure. It's a pickup into the next measure basically. And he goes B or C flat, E flat, A flat, F sharp, B flat, D, A flat, C. Now that C doesn't belong, but the rest of the notes all belong to an E flat harmonic minor scale, which when played over a D7 altered gives us a flat 9, a sharp 9, a major 3rd, a flat 5, a sharp 5, a regular 6, and then our root. So it's almost the altered scale, except it has a natural 13 on it, which is kind of cool. And the sequence he's playing is a triad pair from that scale. And this triad pair is a G flat or F sharp augmented and an A flat minor next to each other. It's the 3 and the 4 chord from the harmonic minor scale. Once we get to G minor, he doesn't really resolve it at all, in a sense. It's very cool the way he keeps the tension going. So we get to G, we land on this F, on the 6th fret of our 2nd string, and we go G, A flat, B, E, C sharp, D, E, F, G, A flat. And the first 2 notes are 8th notes, and the rest are triplets. That sequence comes out of the A flat whole half or the G half whole diminished scale. So he's resolving it, but treating it like it's its own altered chord. And then we jump up to this F sharp here and go down a D major triad. F sharp, D, A, F sharp, D, A, and then we land on D. And I sweep that. So all upstrokes. So over the 2 chord, Julian Lage is playing a Dorian flat 2 scale. Over the D7, he's playing an E flat harmonic minor scale. And then over the 1 chord, for the first measure, he's playing diminished, as if he was playing G7 altered. And then in the second measure, he's playing D7, in a sense, to resolve the G. So we never really get to a resolution. It's a very cool sound. I went ahead and came up with some sample lines using these concepts. All 3 of these lines are over the same progression. So A minor 7 flat 5, D7 altered to G minor. Let's take a look at the first one. This first line takes a look at the concept of using a Dorian flat 2 scale in place of the regular 2 chord. I'm starting here on A, going down to F sharp, and going down D, B flat, and then sliding to A. And then hitting G, A, F, which gets me to my D7. So my 2 chord portion looks like this. Now from here, I just do a typical bebop line. So I'm going up a diminished 7th arpeggio, F sharp, A, C, E flat, D, C, B, A, and I'm enclosing the B flat, which is the minor third of the G minor. And then going B flat, D, F, A, and then I'm playing a G minor 7 all across the 3rd fret here. So here's the full line. The second line takes a look at that harmonic minor usage over the 5 chord, specifically that triad pair. So we're starting here on the 2 chord, A, G, E flat, C, D, E flat, and then I play a C, and then I play this triad idea. So I play F sharp augmented, then I play A flat minor, then I play B flat augmented, and then A flat minor, and then I land on G minor to resolve it. So here's the full line. This last example line takes a look at using the diminished scale over our 1 chord to delay the resolution. So over the 2-5, I'm just playing harmonic minor of the 1, which is really commonly used over a minor 2-5. So I'm starting at D here on the 10th fret, and I'm just walking down the scale. And I land on C, and walk down, C, B flat, A, G, F sharp, A, C, E flat, and then I resolve to the D. That D takes me to my G minor, but I'm not going to play G minor yet. I'm going to play diminished stuff. So I'm playing G, C flat or B natural, B flat, G, I slide up to G sharp, and I go up an E major triad, which comes out of the diminished scale. At G sharp, B, E, G sharp, and then I slide down to G, and then I resolve my idea. G, D, C, F, D, B flat. So here's the full line. Hope you enjoyed taking a look at this really, really fantastic Julian Lage line. There's so much stuff going on here that each measure is worth taking a couple months of our lives and just trying to absorb the concept here. And now the thing I want to point out is when these great players are playing this stuff, they're not hyper analyzing this stuff. They've done all that stuff in the practice room. They've analyzed in the practice room. When it's time to play, they've absorbed these ideas and they just kind of play them now. They're part of their vocabulary, just like our English vocabulary. We're not thinking of verbs and nouns and prepositions and all that stuff. We're just speaking, and we've learned all that stuff, and now it's part of us now. It's the same thing with all these different scale ideas. I don't want you up on the bandstand thinking of every possible scale over every chord. I want you to think about that in the practice room. And then when it's time to actually play, let it all go and it'll start to come out. So thanks for checking out today's lesson. Keep practicing. I'll see you next time.